Let me add my words of welcome on behalf of both me and Joe to this 2019 Methods Symposium being held in 2020. This symposium has been organized by the Cochrane Methods Executive. And when discussing what topic to choose, we realized that the Cochrane Handbook, which you see here, has recently been extensively revised. And we thought it would be a great opportunity to showcase some of the developments that we've put into the handbook. And we decided to pin a few aspects of the updated guidance on the topic of pre-specification of methods, and to talk particularly about writing protocols. Now, as many of you will know, Cochrane was really a pioneer in the publishing of protocols for systematic reviews before the full reviews were undertaken and published subsequent to the protocols. And it's possible that they've become a bit of a pump handle turning exercise for some people. So I thought it would be a nice time to really sit back and reflect on whether they still are fit for purpose, how we might think about improving them, how they fare in as we evolve our questions and our approaches in Cochrane reviews to address increasingly diverse types of evidence. So we've got a series of speakers who are, I think, all drawn from the contributors to this new handbook. And we look forward to hearing from them. But I want to just run a couple of polls just to get some people's reflections. I'm assuming a lot of people here have been involved in doing systematic reviews, particularly Cochrane reviews. And I'd like to move to a poll which will ask this question. I suspect it'll appear on your screens in a different way shortly. The question is, have you found that a protocol for a Cochrane review or any systematic review was insufficiently detailed to guide you through your review? I can't see these results.
So Julian, it's Chris here. I can read them now to you. So we've got 50% or 52% of people saying yes, just over a quarter, 28% saying no, and a fifth, 20% saying not applicable.
Right. Oh, well, that's a majority having had a problem. But I mean, I'm surprised at how many people have thought that the protocols were good, but still it's minority. Let's move on to one other poll, can we? And so this is a kind of a related question. In following a protocol that you've written for a Cochrane review or another systematic review, have you felt that you have had to depart from your protocol or deviate from what was written in it? Okay, I think I can see those results. So again, 2/3 people saying that they have had to depart from the protocol. So it seems from these two polls, as I suspected, it looks like there is potentially room for, on the one hand, making our protocols a bit more detailed or more carefully thought through, and on the other, informed as much as possible by what we might encounter when we do the review. So, so we're going to have, as I say, some speakers covering various chapters. I just want to say before we start that we clearly can't cover everything, and some examples of some important issues that we would like to have talked about, but we had to make some selections. We're not going to talk about some of the important aspects of planning, for example, some of the new risk of bias assessments that we describe in the handbook using ROB2 and the Robbins I tool. We're not going to talk in much detail about the methods for statistical analysis, i.e. meta-analysis, although there are lots of important things we might want to pre-specify there. And we're not going to say much at all about the very important issue of pre-specification of the types of studies that we might include, particularly non-randomized studies, which we might often need to look at when we look at adverse effects, although Daniela will say a few words about that in the second half. So let me kick off then. Well, ask James to kick off. James Thomas, I'm delighted to ask to open the presentations. He's my co-editor as senior handbook editors. He's Professor of Social Research and Policy at the Epicenter at the University College London, and he's going to give us some, an introductory talk about some of the issues in writing protocols.